Loveland classical magical singers. I am your queen, Queen Edith May of Lionhead Manor, and this is your king, King Caleb.
We welcome you to Lionhead Manor and to our festival of song and dance. We know you will enjoy this day, as it surely brings merriment, with good food, laughter, song, and dance.
The magical singers have joined us on this day to sing both sacred and secular songs, madrigals and motets.
These songs were written between the years of 1525 and 1600 in Europe, during our beloved Renaissance era, although we here at Lionhead Manor have yet to allow the tradition to die out.
My dear peasants, as you can see, our attire this day is quite like that of the Tudor House of England. You would recognize the name King Henry VIII? Well, we adore his hip style and model our attire after the garments worn in his court.
I dare say. Was he the one with the absurd amount of wives, my dear?
Lady Anna, please inform our subjects about how the madrigal came to be.
Happily, my lady. The madrigal began in the Italian courts around the year of 1525 and became the leading form of song in courts throughout Europe. The reason they were so very popular is because the madrigal is like a singing puzzle. Every voice part is important. My lord and my lady, may we show our guests the different parts of the choir?
Ah, yes, Lady Anna. Brilliant idea. There are 4 parts in our choir, sometimes 5. Sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. Let us hear from each group.
To show you the different parts, we're going to sing So Well I Know Who's Happy. First, we'll start with the basses.
So well I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Next, we'll listen to the tenors.
I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Next will be the altos.
So well I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la, la 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 la.
And finally, we'll hear from the sopranos.
So well I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la.
And now we'll sing all together.
So well I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la, la 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 la. So well I know who's happy, too well I know who's happy. La 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 la, la 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 la. But I'll not have it so. I will not have it so. La 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 la. But I'll not have it so. I will not have it so. La 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 la. So well I know who's favored, too well I know who's favored. La 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 la, la 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 la. So well I know who's favored, too well I know who's favored. La 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 la, la la la
Good day, lords and ladies of the 5th grade. Thank you so much for inviting the Madrigal Singers to sing for you today. I'm their director, Mrs. Faust Frodel, and I'm one of the music teachers up here at the Academy. I do look forward to having you all roaming our halls next year. We're very excited to have you. Well, the last song that you just heard was called So Well I Know Who's Happy, and it is a madrigal written in 4 parts for sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses by a man named Orazio Vecchi. He was all about writing funny music about the silliness that goes on at court and sometimes in the church. He liked to write comedic madrigals. And that particular madrigal, I'm not sure if you could hear the words. I don't know that the recording was as good as we would have liked, but it was all about who's in on the gossip in the court. So well I know who's happy, so well I know who's favored, and whatnot. So Orazio Vecchi was an Italian, and he was employed by the Roman Catholic Church and also by the Italian aristocracy, the lords and ladies. So he was able to write both sacred music, or music for the church, as well as secular music, or music for outside the church. He was known specifically for his madrigal comedies. And madrigal comedies was a kind of entertainment that became very popular in the late 1500s. Now, madrigals were songs that were sung independently. Each one had an independent spirit or an independent story to tell. But sometimes, if you could find madrigals that had a similar topic, you could string them together to tell a story. And these are the types of madrigals that Orazio Vecchi liked to write. He liked to write groups of madrigals that could tell a beautiful story. Now, these madrigal comedies became sort of the beginnings of this idea of opera. And we know that opera is a play that is sung entirely. So Orazio Vecchi played a large role in the development of the new genre, musical genre, that became very popular in the early 1600s. Unfortunately, the beautiful style of opera is actually what made the madrigal eventually die out. But it had a good life while it existed. The next madrigal that you're going to hear is actually called a chanson because it's from France. The madrigale is what madrigals were called in Italy, and chanson were what these songs were called in French. Now, the composer that wrote this particular piece, his name is Charles Tessier, and he was French and worked at the court of King Henry IV of France. This particular piece is called To Woodland Glades I Must Fare, or Into the Woods I Must Go. And I'm going to read the poem for you, or the text, because I want you to understand what's going on. It's a little bit funny. To woodland glades I must fare, to woodland glades I must fare, for my father and my mother do declare in 6 weeks I shall be married then and there. To woodland glades I must fare, to woodland glades I must fare. In 6 weeks I shall be married then and there, to a graybeard who should of my wiles beware. To woodland glades I must fare, to woodland glades I must fare, to a graybeard who of my wiles should beware. For to Cornwall he shall go ere he's aware. To woodland glades I must fare, to woodland glades I must fare. So essentially, this is about a woman who is being told by her parents that she is to be wed in how many weeks? 6 weeks. And to whom? To a graybeard, to a man much older than her. And she's going to be whisked away to Cornwall, and she's not at all interested in going. So she wants to run away to the woodlands to get away from this horrible, horrible arrangement. I hope you enjoyed the song.
Now we will sing To Woodland Glades I Must Fare by Charles Tessier.
To woodland glades I must fare, to woodland glades I must fare, for my father and my mother do declare, in 6 weeks I shall be married.
next piece that the singers would like to sing for you is actually not a madrigal, it's a chorale. And it's a sacred chorale, so it's meant to be sung in church. And it's really not from the Renaissance either. It's written in the 1700s. So we're cheating a little bit, but it's a really special song to the singers, and they really wanted to share it with you. This song, For the Beauty of the Earth, is written in a homorhythmic style. The melody is on the top with the sopranos. Everyone else has harmonies underneath, but everyone has the same rhythm. Homorhythmic means same rhythm. So hopefully the words will be easy for you to understand because they're all singing them at the exact same time. After that, you're going to hear a piece called Innsbruck, ich muss dich lassen. This particular piece is a German madrigal, and it was written somewhere between 1450 and 1517, so from the early Renaissance. And this particular piece was written by Heinrich Isaac, and he was writing Innsbruck, ich muss dich lassen, because he was leaving the town of Innsbruck in Germany, and he wanted to write a farewell piece for his friends. So Innsbruck, ich muss dich lassen translates to, my friends, I now must leave thee, or Innsbruck, I now must leave thee. You'll hear the singers singing in German first, and then they will translate it for you in English. Not all of this piece is homorhythmic. This piece has some polyphony in it. Poly, many, phoneme, sounds, many parts, many sounds. So it'll be a little harder to understand the words for this one, especially towards the end when all of the parts start to interweave. court during the Renaissance, formal entertainment was quite popular, and dancing played a large role in this entertainment. There were two distinct categories of dance from this particular era: court dances on one hand, and country dances on the other hand. Court dances required that the dancers be trained in the steps prior to taking part in the dance. These dances were very formal, and they were meant to display and entertain. Country dances could be attempted by anyone. At a formal court ball, courtly dances were danced first, followed by many hours of country dancing. The courtly dances were extremely varied in style and tempo. Some were stately and slow processional dances, and some were very fast and lively. Some were danced in a line, and others were danced in a circle. The dance the madrigal singers would like to teach you today is a circle dance, and it's called Horse's Branzel. It begins slowly and becomes faster and faster, so you need to listen for the music carefully. You will need to break up into groups of 6 to 8 for this circle dance. And if you have an equal number of men and women, they should not clump together, but instead lady, lord, lady, lord, lady, lord, and so on. You can go ahead and do that now.
Hello everyone! Today we're going to teach you a festive Renaissance circle dance. So to begin, it's easiest to remember this dance if you can remember the number 3. So first we'll take 3 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, and clap 3 times. And then go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we go into the middle with our right hand and snap. 1, 2, 3, 3 claps, and out. 1, 2, 3. And when you're going in and out of the circle, you'll always lead with your right hand. All right, are we ready for music? Minstrels!
We're done.
One, two, ready.